Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, obviously, it's a great pleasure, again, to welcome the entirety of the Inner Sphere to Tabs on Tabs.
Tabs on Tabs.
Tabs on Tabs. Obviously, I'm your host, Bourbon Mech. And with me, as almost always, is Dr. Leonard Martin.
That's how you're going to do this? That's how you're going to start this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You've come to trust his guidance and advice in the past, and there's no reason to believe that, you know, when you get down to the very end of this most recent episode, maybe your net worth is up a little bit. Maybe it's up now. Obviously, all opinions expressed by the host of Tabs on Tabs are their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Comstar, Solaris Media, or its affiliates. Past performance not indicative of future results. All investments bear the risk of loss. But come on, it's Dr. Leonard Martin.
And you know I only give the best advice.
Well, no, I mean, when I say that we're not giving advice, what I mean is that we are giving the best possible advice.
I agree.
If you were trying to, I mean, we have countless communications. HPG, it's plugged up with notifications. What do they say? They say, I've got tabs in my retirement.
Yeah. You can put them away. You can almost guarantee this money.
You can almost guarantee
is going to be there for you.
Right now, okay, so Dr. Martin, what is hot and what is not? Like, what's going on out there? What's going on with tabs? Obviously, we discussed the site that shall not be named.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't go into the particulars. The first rule of that site is that it does not get discussed. That being said, where should people be looking right now for the best tabs?
Where should they be looking, or what should they be looking for? I mean, that's really, you know.
I mean, this is why we have you on. I mean, let us know. Let the people know.
Well, first of all, have you heard of Jacob, the Fizzman Johnson? This is a tab.
I feel like that would have. I feel like if I had heard it, it would have stuck out a little bit more.
And this is the thing. If you haven't, time to go looking for that tab.
That's the one.
That's the one that I think is going to break out. People are going to see what he's doing. People are going to see how beautiful the tab was made. It's going to be 5 to 10 years. You are going to lose your mind over how high the price this tab is going to.
Are we talking about it?
For.
I mean, are we talking about that elusive 10x, 100x?
The sky's the limit. No one knows.
Yeah. Well, listen, I have a question for you, and obviously it's somewhat controversial, but I've got to ask. I mean, I know that we have a lot of the same sources. We're talking to a lot of the same people.
Right.
Now, you know as well as I do that something seismic, something never before seen in the tab community, there's something brewing on Solaris right now. And we've discussed it a million times. You can go back into the archive and hear. Solaris has been strangely resistant to tab culture. Now, it might be, it's considered...
And I don't get it. I mean, the best jocks are there.
You would think that this was the place, but I think that there are people who find the community that surrounds it, perhaps the level of, shall we say, enthusiasm, they think that some of these things detract maybe from the sport. And I mean, I'm not saying that's true. I mean, listen, when it's off season,
what do you have to do?
Who's keeping the pan warm? It's this community. Exactly. And so, but I want to know if you have heard what I have heard is that somebody's trying to make a play on Solaris 7, and not even at the big games. They are trying to, in the same way that the feeder leagues come up, they are trying to start something a little crazy, maybe down in Bergton even.
I can probably top that. My sources have told me that this person is making a tab, an alternative tab, alt tabs as we might call them, right? It's not your standard tab.
Okay, no. Okay, I haven't heard that. What I have heard is that there's this new player. Apparently, he's some kind of merc. He is operating a sliver of a sliver of a sliver of the Northwind Highlanders, right? Stavron Otho.
I can confirm that name as well.
Okay,
but,
no, but he's doing something a little bit different. I mean, tabs, obviously we understand the value, we understand the joy, the pleasure, the quality of a great tab.
Right.
But these tabs have been associated with snacks. They're greasy.
Right.
Old Kentucky dogs. You know what I mean? Like they tend to exist in this era, and it's not. Obviously, we think that they're fun, but we also know the real value that comes from and the tab ecosystem, basically.
But if this is true, what gives this guy the right to come in and disrupt, the whole industry of tabs?
Well, I mean, the issue
think about what it's going to do for pricing.
The issue for me is that, I mean, here, listen, no, just blink twice if you've heard what I'm about to say. It sounds to me like you were talking about these theorized, rumored golden tabs. Okay, all right. Say no more. Say no more. It sounds like we might be talking to the same person.
Right.
But I mean, to my mind, I mean, honestly, I have two thoughts about it, right? I mean, I understand at a certain level, obviously we got to keep the tabs cycling, keep them moving. Mm-hmm. I heard that he was rolling in, the mechanics that keep the games up and running. I heard he was talking weapon systems, weapon manufacturers that provide some of the equipment to the games. To me, that makes sense. We're going to expand it, we're going to grow it out, and people are going to learn about the sport.
I'll agree with you on that. I think the engineers, they should get all the respect. They should be right on up there.
They do everything. They do everything but pull the trigger.
Exactly.
Right?
And there's nothing wrong with that. And that just expands the tabs we can get, the characters, the people we know throughout the
spheres.
Narrative. Yeah.
There's a narrative. But what I have heard, now we're getting into it. The idea of a golden tab. Now, have you heard about we're talking about a special collector's edition, special collector's item. Is the pricing different?
Right.
We're talking about a tabpocalypse here. I think the situation that we're talking about is one where there is a deep trench that this high-end tab digs. They maintain their value, and then the rest of people's collections. And like I said,
I don't even know about people's collections going down.
Some people are paying. I mean, some people are literally retiring off of these tabs.
Yeah.
And now this Otho guy rolls in. I don't know him from Adam. I don't know if he respects what we do.
Right.
Right. But I mean, my fear is we're talking about a two-tier system.
Right, he's creating a whole new class of tabs that the general populace probably can't buy into, and that's not right.
Well, and launching them exclusively on Solaris. I mean, let's be serious. Again, a place famously resistant to the culture, the business, and the industry of tabs. I mean, that's a
slap in the face. I think
that's my concern. So, what are you doing to hedge? Like in terms of your own holdings, like what are you doing to hedge against the golden tabs, the GT assault?
Well, first of all, it's still rumored. We haven't seen any yet in the public.
Okay. So
Have you?
So you're saying there's a sort of a Chicken Little scenario.
This could all be for nothing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm not going to buy up some of the tabs we think are going to explode in the future.
Right.
Some more rarities to kind of offset what these golden tabs might be.
No, and you've dropped some real detonators here in the past. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's been some real core breaches.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people come to Tabs on Tabs. Mm-hmm. It's what they enjoy about the show. They know they can come to get great advice, episode after episode. And yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks so much to the listeners, obviously, and keep on tabbing for the stars.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Hello. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed the first episode of Tabs on Tabs. We think that it's important to lean perhaps too far into the dumbest horseshit. And I think that we managed to do so.
I think so.
And we managed to get a solid 10-minute podcast about imaginary tabs. So, of course, obviously, Black Remnant, welcome back to the Calypso. Defeated though she may be out there in the Solaris reaches, when last we saw our heroes, we were right between a sort of exhibition-style match. I believe I used the correct word this time. Not exposition.
Or you could just say friendly. It depends on where you're
friendly, from. Internecine.
Yeah.
But we, obviously, Rashawn Cole with some powerful new techniques, testing their mettle, both figuratively and literally, against some heavyweight competition from Nash Industries. Powerful new targeting computer, bringing some of those target numbers down to 1 before we start adding stuff in. That being said, young Mr. Cole appears to be, proving his worth.
Yeah, he's
right there on the field.
Pretty strategic with
powerful,
his moves.
strange techniques, really using the battlefield. But imagine that all of that is happening even now inside the arena, the scrapyard. But there is another backdrop, and that is Stavron's attempt to truly execute his responsibilities for the Tab Father, La Taba Nostra. We considered a competing group, perhaps, Tabernacle. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get there. We're going to get it squared away.
Yeah.
But that is where we lay our scene.
Right. Is
Stavron trying to make inroads into a historically very tough, very, very infertile ground for the hobby.
Yeah, though, and while this friendly match isn't being broadcast to all of Solaris, it is being broadcast to all of Bergton.
Yeah. Well, it's local. Rashawn Cole coming back up, and then it's also the match is studded with Bergton heroes.
Right.
From the cabin.
Exactly.
So this is very much a match for the fans.
Correct.
And for the participants in these games. Right? This is like your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, right?
Yeah. So where in that mix is Stavron, and what is he doing?
Well, Stavron is rolling back in. Of course, he has a parallel mission to the big game that is going on in there. He's very proud of himself, of course, because he has managed to establish that this is one of the 3 contractually obligated services for Nash Industries, simultaneous with a real going away test for this, this unlikely found family that we're starting to put into the arena. And that is sort of set into this attempt to make the business, the tab portion of the business, flow. And so while that battle is going on in there, an even more important battle is going on in Stavron's official Black Remnant account. So we have our golden tabs that we're ready to offer.
Yeah,
and the bots have, we have automated.
Well, there
labor.
are levels of those golden tabs too.
Yes,
remember
there's
that.
two distinct. Remember, they are battle damaged, and so for that specific tier. So technically, we sort of have 3 tiers, but if we consider them model kits or something like that, again, I think the branding will maintain. But we also have, scads of our typical collector's items as well. So the fantasy scenario here is that Stavron is going to roll in pretty deep with the rest of the merchandise, the rest of the product. And he has a certain thought, which is that if he, having received these mysterious mails from these, anonymized enthusiasts of tabs, he wasn't aware that there was a groundswell like that underneath it. But he also thinks that this is probably not something that you should put right close to French fries or poutine. If he thinks that if people are going to want to collect these, they're going to want to collect them on their own. And so we're going to roll in with a fleet of bots, and we're going to be selling these like frozen malts, like chocolate malt, just going up and down
the streets of Bergton.
We'll go up and down the streets of Bergton, and then while the match itself is running, we're operating all the way up. We're just going to fan out, spread out, try to move as many of these things as we can. And the fantasy scenarios, hopefully meet some interesting people along the way. Try to expand our network. Make sure that people see the excitement and the value. When I have conversations, I'm going to talk about how much some of these have been offered for. I mean, is it an investment? Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, it's an investment. And you can't help but win big. Right? I'm trying to sell paper. I'm just trying to sell little pieces of paper. And I'm going to see how well I can do.
Fair enough.
I'm excited. So you would roll some dice, or?
Yeah, sure. So as you're moving through the crowds and streets, you see two people kind of come up to your cart, essentially.
Yeah.
And they're poking around, interested. One's gentleman is probably mid-20s.
Oh yeah, he used to love tabs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right?
It's like when he was a kid. Oh man, I used to love tabs. I had a really great tab.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you see a little girl who's kind of like poking her head over. It's like, what's that? Just with surprise and delight in her eyes.
Well, I mean, the first one's always free, right? So yeah, I'm gonna reach in. I'm gonna grab one of the regular tabs. I'm gonna grab a golden tab. And then I'm gonna say, here's one for you, and here's one for the this young mech warrior over here.
I get both of them?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, listen, you're the first two to get them in this town.
Wait, she gets two and I don't get one?
Well, no, you each get one. I'm giving you two, and then you can have one, and then she can have one. And Severin is just like, oh God, maybe he's concussed. Maybe his mom dropped him.
I don't even know who she is, but why are we splitting?
That's a misapprehension on my part. Here, I'll just get two more. Let's put it down. I got a big stack of them over here.
Okay, now we're talking.
Not his kid.
So tell me, I mean, I used to love tabs.
Listen, I think we all did. And it was that love of tabs that I had growing up that caused me to, I wanted to make something special. I wanted to make something for people like us, people who grew up with it. But I wanted to sort of take things to the next level. And listen, I think you're going to love what you see.
Well, talk to me about this. What is this thing? This is bigger than a normal tab. This is not your average tab. I've never seen this before.
This is not your father's tab. I'll tell you that much. Well, you have to understand, it's sort of the luck of the draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all tabs, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's all tabs, but imagine that it could be luckier and even more drawier than in the past. Yeah. Follow me on this.
Okay.
So it's randomized. It's luck. You purchase, right? Some of them. Well, I'll have you open it up and take a look.
Okay. And he opens it up and
there's a sharp intake of breath, like
roll me 2d6.
I know what you want, you devil. And I say, now, these enhanced tabs, what we're calling golden tabs, they are, there's a couple different flavors. Some of them feature battle-damaged mechs.
Oh.
Some of them are, well, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. Yeah. 12.
It opens up perfectly. What does it open up into?
It opens up into like a cute little urban mech that you can really do the 360 torso twist. And I say, it spins all the way around. Can I interest you? It's just like his check. It's like you can't go home, right?
Yeah.
If he got like a regular tab, even our regular tabs are going to be good. They're going to have new things, but this is like, it's like in his mind. His mind is frozen, but in his mind he's like at about with his mom and dad.
Yeah.
And it's rolling through, and he's got some tabs. And he's like, and it's like he is like underneath the stadium seating, just in the little hollow there, opening up tabs.
Yeah.
And he's just back. He's immediately hurled back into this this blessed era.
Yeah. And it's how much?
Oh,
I need more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you need more. I think everyone needs more. But here, yeah. So it's like in terms of like individual C-bills. I mean, again, like most of the time we spend money in this. I spend it $1 million at a time. So for me, I was able to put them together for cheap. So I think that, and I have a huge box of these things.
Yeah, I think 150 left, right?
Well, of the Goldens.
Yeah, of the Goldens.
But the regular ones is 1,000.
Yeah.
And so these are just like mixed in with those. We're going to sell them straight off of the block. We can also sell case, I guess, but it's like I don't want to get into that yet. Yeah. I think up front, again, because it's new here and it's not that crazy. I think that you can get, let's say three tabs for 15.
Okay.
Something like that.
Listen, and how many do you have?
Well, I have 1,000 of the basic ones because I'm just trying to start a fire here. And then you might randomly get the golden one.
You're telling me I just can't buy the golden ones?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Well,
I mean, what if I told you I would if you gave me the time to go get the money, I will buy out.
Now Stavron feels a little uncomfortable. I will sell my child.
I will buy out your golden tabs right now, today, gone. Your whole stock.
No, I mean, listen, and I believe you, but I'm really trying to foster the ecosystem here, and I understand. Trust me, tabs are going to be available starting today, going forward into the infinite future.
I don't know that. I don't know if you're going to be able to. I can only fit.
I say, look at it. You think I can't fucking sell those?
I know you can sell them, but I want them.
Yes, I understand.
I'm just saying I don't know if there's going to be more beyond this.
Oh, there's going to be a lot more. And there's going to be all your favorite models, all your favorite variants, all your favorite pilots. Mechwarriors inside there. Look in there.
Oh, I know. I don't even need to.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I want it all right now. Yeah. I want all of your golden.
But listen, I'm happy to sell some. It's like, listen, you are welcome to. I mean, the rest of these are going to be sold at the game. There's the exhibition match. It's not an exposition match. This was an issue that I was having before. I was using the wrong word, but there is an exhibition match. So if you're looking to secure more of these, I understand it's vital at this stage, because I know it's been hard here before. It's vital at this stage to make sure that there are people for you to trade with.
Well, what if I don't?
In the future.
I don't know. What if I'm just going to hold? I'm going to hold it.
God, dude, I found Mr. Tab right here, man. He sniffed him out. He smelled a tab from across the street. He's like a toucan Sam. He's floating through the air on a redolent stream.
Every crypto term possible.
Of rich scent.
Yeah.
So I say, look, you have to understand, I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for the long haul. I'd be happy to sell you a few right now. I got to put the rest of these out at the game. Understand, we're trying to create something that's going to last. I want this to be something that you're looking forward to.
Oh, I'm looking forward to buying all this right now. Yeah, all of it.
I say, okay, look, I will sell you 100.
Of the 150.
Well, 99 technically.
Yeah, I've already got one. I get that.
Well, that's 15 for 3.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, well, fine.
Here, no,
right.
No, I say no.
We'll make this easy.
Our randomization schema. This is part of the fun. It's part of the excitement. They're not. Listen, in the same way that they can't all be California girls. Likewise,
where?
I don't know. It's an old song.
Okay.
They can't all be golden tabs.
I mean, they can. Well, just how much do you want to sell them to me for?
Listen. There's a website. Well, not a website. There is a data conclave of people with a very, very high level of interest in this.
Okay.
I'm
interested.
If you're looking to make very strategic, very specific purchases, you're going to have to go after market. This is mass market.
Okay, let me
paint you a picture.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
If there is this said site,
yeah,
you can't go on there because it's a conflict of interest, because then people would not believe in what you're doing. But let's just say, what if I first purchased all of your golden tabs from you, then went onto unknown site and gave you a percentage of my sales on this site?
Is this Dr. Leonard Martin? Does he? We should leave it ambiguous.
Yes.
But it would be funny if it was either Bourbon Mech or Dr. Leonard Martin.
Oh my God.
Tabs on tabs.
There's that. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Well, yeah. So now we're getting into it. I'm just gonna say, do you have a card?
I'm 25. Why would I have a card? I mean, I can give you my info.
I would love to listen. I would love to have your information.
Okay.
Now, we're going to prepare the ground here. Okay? I'm going to do this as I plan to do it. I'm going to move into this space and I'm going to own it.
Yes.
And you're going to want to know me when I do.
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes, but I also hear what you're saying. What if, though, there was a secondary, unknown, yet to the general populace pricing?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're worth this, but they're really worth this because they're on some site. And we already
have access to this information.
We preload the site. We preload the site with high-priced tabs. And then I give you kickback. And nobody is none the wiser thinking you're loading up this site with your own product.
I am, and I make a big show of it. I say, I am scandalized at this wicked assertion that I would be open to, or even deeply enthusiastic about conniving, double dealing, backroom deals.
And you just see people like heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Tab arbitrage. It's madness, and I won't stand for it. Give me all of your information.
It's just easily transmitted over.
Say, when I'm less angry, I may contact you about an opportunity, not connected to this. I have a lot of revenue streams, but I think we'll be in touch.
And he just turns around, kicks the dust on the street, stammers away.
Yeah, exactly. But now I will kneel down, and this young Mechwarrior proprietrix here, down eye level, tab.
And she's excited to be here, like, you know, just eyes wide, starts opening it up. And she opens up the golden one.
Oh, she looks out?
Yeah.
Nice.
Give me a roll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to roll these anymore. 5, excuse me.
And that actually opens up 2 perfectly for her.
Okay, but see, every time somebody opens one of these, I stop, like my brain stops processing oxygen. Every time somebody opens one, I die briefly, and then return to life. Even though I think my branding is strong on this.
Yeah.
I say, well, hey, I got to get to the game. Pull fist out. Right.
I want more.
Well, listen. Line goes around the block, kid. All right. But yeah, so we're gonna roll in. Me, tiny bots.
Oh, you bring the bots.
Oh yeah. The bots are the street team. They're like the mascots, and it doesn't occur to him. He doesn't think of them as mascots at first, but after they transact a few times, then it should be a situation where one of them has like a bin or storage, because none of them look the same.
No,
they're all goofy looking.
Yeah,
and so. Yeah, the printer's got all the price sheets, and there's one that's got, like, he's hauling around the rest of the tabs. There's one cleaning up the shreds of tabs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I always had the image of batteries not included, those little robots.
Yeah. Or like a gonk droid. At least one of them is one of them is just a crate with legs that says weird sounds. but essentially, he's starting to think about this as like the street team. Like these strange little creatures. Young people are already craving it. Like they already want to interact with these weird little guys, and now we're dropping real science on them. And it's got the new stuff. I mean, this has the new run with Kramer's. Like Kramer's grandpa is in there. His dad. It's like all like it's coming together. I'm dropping out these the new styles. All the new partners are a little perhaps overrepresented in the full ratio mix, but yeah, all the people that we've been talking to for the last 4 months of game time, they're all front and center spotlight on Nash Industries.
Yeah.
Some of these new younger pilots, the people in our stable,
right?
Like we're preparing the ground for our move to the next rung.
Right.
And so it's like I'm doing my own sales and stuff, but it's like there's a few different little cadres.
Yeah, and you can easily see.
I'll just look out. I'll just look out over.
Tabs are getting sold.
Yeah, now we're in the stands.
The chef bot is actually doing the full Kentucky Dog tab rollout, right?
Yeah,
actually has a moving hot dog stand with him.
Yeah. I don't want any golden tabs on those.
Oh, okay.
No golden tabs in that selection. That can be like the smaller, weirder ones that comes along. We have some kind of a deal where we're getting cut in on the food. That's the system. It's like the thing. Well, I mean, I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to. At Dairy Queen, you would get like the meal, and then like it was like a train. And then like the smokestack was like a coupon for an ice cream cone. And so it's sort of, I mean, I always pictured it as something like that. But yeah, no golden tabs. The golden tabs, those can't be coming on food. I just don't think so. I think that's not part of the situation. Okay. Classic tabs in that context.
Sure.
Because the back end is going to be, what do you love me now, Father?
Yeah.
With that, it's more connected into a percentage of food and stuff like that. But.
Okay, and you actually, you see that the cabin is bustling. The door is actually open because there's...
Oh, it can just never close?
Yeah, because there's so many people going in and out and too many people...
Oh yeah, these are hometown heroes.
Yeah.
Right? The hometown heroes done right.
Right.
Like done up big.
Right. So it is bustling in there. And you see a couple of your bots go in, but they're just kind of shuffling about.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like sales are taking place.
Oh, not in there? Well, here, I'm just gonna pop in real quick. Like again, my plan is to get from here. We've done the street team out here. I want to get to the actual bout and be moving through the crowd, showing off the good stuff. But I'm curious about what's going on in the cabin.
Yeah, you see Chester Boggs just sitting back in his, or Chamber Boggs, sitting back in his booth,
holding
court. And he looks up, he waves you down. He's like, what are you doing here?
Business?
What do you mean business? You got business over on the fields.
Listen, don't. You're old, all right? There, I said it. And I leave. And so, did it seem like anything was going on in there?
No, they were just having a good time watching.
The place is just cranked.
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably getting, an eyeful of this bout. Surely there was some earlier matches. It's like
it's the
openers.
undercard. Yeah,
exactly right. It's like the hardcore punk band.
Yeah.
That's local.
Yeah.
Break stuff. And so we get there on the cart, move the rest of the stuff into the venue, divvy it up like a pirate ship.
Yeah.
And then just start moving through the crowd and operating.
Okay. As you start to move through the crowd, you see most people are purchasing the normal tabs,
the foods,
but then you see someone hold up the first golden tab.
I've got a golden ticket.
Yeah,
there's a whole song for this.
Yeah, and you see that person just kind of, and everybody around them is like,
yeah,
nobody knows what's going on.
No, it's shocking.
Yeah,
right here. So I will come over and say, what is that?
I don't know what is this. I just wanted my normal tabs.
Oh, I said, well, I have heard that they are, that they're experimenting with a new tier of tab. Incredible sculpts. Some of them you are even parts that you build yourself and customize.
Whoa.
That's the battle damage.
And do I have to pay extra? I mean, I didn't pay any extra for this.
No, it's just the luck of the draw.
Man, I am coming to these games all the time.
Yeah,
now.
Me too. A lot. I'm going to be at every one.
We can't even get. I mean, normally it's hard to get the regular
nobody's even
tabs
dishing up the
along.
regular tab. I say this is something. I say something's happening. Something's happening. It started right here in Bergton.
This is going to be huge.
God, I hope so.
I want to get in on this. This is amazing.
Get under soda. Oh God, I hope so. I hope you're not wrong. And so now it's just time to continue. It's just time to continue moving units. Concessions, of course, they have their own supply. But out here, individual, it's just getting dispensed. The bot's kicking it out like he's loaded like a M60. He's just like drum loaded.
Yeah.
And they spit out like receipts. It's just, these tabs are coming out. You hand over the dough and it's a fountain of tabs. And then every now and then you get this bad boy and it's surprising.
Yeah, and people are reacting that way. They are going nuts when they get, like, the more they start to see a golden ticket come out.
Well, yeah, and they're getting a chance to see the full set, essentially, right? And so, but I mean, it's like, I'm doing this, and then it's like, I'm gonna look past this out to the actual fight. Let's say that it's about where we stopped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Where it's like, I'm liking the numbers that I'm seeing. Like he is, I mean, based on where things were going at the end, I wasn't going super specific into what was happening, but Rashawn Cole kept like literally stripping mechs of their armor. And so like at least three of them are down, are like one shot.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a bad turn.
Yeah.
And this stuff is going to be waxed, like right here at the zenith. And then you're going to come out of this potentially with either the base Rashawn or the elite Rashawn, that sort of goes into, it has all the most recent stats. It has all the stats up to this.
But as you're overlooking the field, slowly and to your right shoulder, Fiona Nova steps up.
Fiona Nash?
Nash steps up.
Of Nash Industries?
Nash Industries.
That's our partner.
Right next to you. And she's observing the battlefield.
Oh yeah, we're both, yeah. I see her, give her the nod.
Yeah.
And then we both turn back to the game.
Yeah. And she says, the kid's doing pretty good.
I'm telling you, I really think I got something here. I mean, we're running with a pack now. You know, on our way up to the next rung. But I really appreciate you giving us time to put this match together. I mean, and I gotta say, this is some pretty filthy hardware.
Yeah,
you dropped on us here.
Yeah.
I say, now listen, whatever happens in this match, Fiona, understand that against this kid, there's only so much you can do. It's almost not it isn't a comment on the, on the ordinance. Let me say that. I'm just telling you, this kid is a whiz.
Yeah.
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah. I mean, his team is pretty good with him too. But.
Oh no! I mean, they have built this relationship up, and obviously, Ball, our Chagos import model, is no slouch either.
Right.
And he loves the kid, so.
Yeah. Well, I've also noticed what else you're doing. So you could either stay here in the dregs and keep slinging hot dogs to people, what it seems like. Or, maybe we could cut a deal here. If you want to utilize some of our experimental tech and move up into the higher ranking games.
Yeah, I say, well, then that's, that was my plan already, ma'am. What are you suggesting?
Oh.
Sponsorship? Parts, equipment?
Equipment we would be giving you. It is experimental, so you're taking a risk with it. But you've seen what it's done on the bat.
I say I like what I'm seeing here.
But I can make no promises as to what happens on that battlefield. And we will not be responsible.
Yeah, I'm sure you have something for me to sign.
Oh, yes.
How deep is it?
Yeah. Oh, we'll send it over.
Yeah. And I have a couple, I just have a couple tabs ready for, on the house type thing.
She looks at it. Paper? What are we supposed to do with this?
Well, I mean, it's not just paper.
Do you want to make real money or you want to sell?
It's just another type of paper. Now listen, think about it. But I'm gonna show it off because it's, it's like that might not be the industry or the business that she's thinking about, but there's no universe where this doesn't come around and feed into her other product lines, right?
What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm just saying I show her the Nash Industries, like a couple of the Nash Industries tabs. That
did I license that? Did my people give you the permission to use our likeness?
It's a treat.
So this is not any of your other product.
I honestly can't remember. I think I did. Oh no, I think I did. I did a deal with Nash Industries. Maybe no. Maybe not.
Is this out of character or in character?
This is out of character.
No, you did that. Totally didn't do a.
Okay, because in my mind I was like, because we wanted to get the mechanics in there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did.
Oh, maybe you did. I don't know.
I think I did.
Okay. Let's roll with it.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Play a card.
Thank God. I did.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I guess we did talk about this.
It's just, I mean, I say it's just marketing. Imagine a scenario, Fiona, where people pay you for your marketing materials.
It's not bad.
There's worse.
It's not bad.
Listen, I'm saying, yeah. Now, is it an AC-20? No. Okay. But there's a chain of provenance here. Kids grow up with this stuff, and then when it comes time for them to start equipping, they'll remember it.
God,
this is when you start them.
Do you know the history of? I'll tell you this later, but there's a huge history of tea and coffee in Japanese, and how they got coffee introduced into Japan.
No,
that's specifically for exactly what you're describing.
Anyways, a lot of canned coffee there.
Yeah,
for sure, on every corner.
Yeah.
Ice cold. Oh, God, so good. But anyway, yeah, I'm saying like these are the next mech warriors. These are your next engineers. Let's let's bring them up right. Let's bring them up as we mean to go on.
I couldn't think of anything better. I mean, this sounds great.
Well, stick with me, kid. I'll take you places.
Excuse me?
It's just joshing.
Better.
Just give her the elbow. I say, and listen, I'm at work. Okay, I gotta sell these tabs. Goodbye.
So we have an agreement with the.
Send it over. I'm gonna have to. I mean, obviously that's a big decision, and the
free weaponry.
Free weaponry that might not weapon is what you're saying. Maybe
I'm just saying you're taking a chance. It's experimental.
Yes, and I would like to talk to the people who are going to be utilizing this experimental tech. I mean, maybe it is something. Maybe it isn't anything. I'll talk with them. I mean, I can get you a yes on this for sure. And I have my own engineers who would be taking a look at it. I'm not worried about it, but I would like to. I mean, I'd like to talk to these guys. And there's there's missiles, there's lasers, slugs are shooting out. Mm-hmm. Like this is all happening down here in the field. And I'm like, yes, I want to ask them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable.
Mm-hmm. I'll have the contract sent over.
Absolutely. Listen, and just you let me know, because I can cut you a screaming deal on these tabs.
Like what?
I mean, I'll get back to you.
Okay. And I'm going to need some kind of roadmap or something. I don't know what to do with these things.
Oh, well, you just look.
Oh, you're saying I buy them just as an investment and not sell them, or?
Well, I mean, listen. Here's what I'll say. There are those. Now, obviously, past performance does not indicate future results, but there are those who do maintain tabs inside of a diversified retirement portfolio. It's not that crazy. There are those who consider it's a hobby to some, but there are those who consider this a pathway to real wealth.
I sell weaponry, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand that you sell weaponry, but we're these are two parallel lines, and I'm saying let's cross them, right? Let's cross them. Right now, parallel? No, not anymore. Let's do it this way.
Adorable, and she just turns around.
Oh, what does Fiona? What does Fiona Nash look like?
I believe she short bobbed red hair.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
right?
Wears a kind of a vest and jeans. Just kind of
like a vest with like.
The shoulder sleeves cut off, right? And,
yeah,
keeps her hands in her pockets.
There's some plates.
Yeah.
In there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now that's what I'm curious about. I'll have to check this out later because I know about her offerings at the macro scale, mm-hmm. but we have been on foot in a couple really bad situations. If Nash Industries has anything, man portable, mm-hmm. that might be worth a conversation, I think. But yeah, I got to move these. I gotta shift these tabs before Rashawn kills all these guys.
Yeah,
and it's not going to take long. Is my guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can roll me.
I can.
Negotiations.
Yeah. Negotiations.
I got an 8.
I have an 8 on dice, which my skill brings to 11.
Okay, so how do you have carte blanche to describe how you sell out of the rest of these tabs? Because you do it with ease.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's a situation where I am, eventually I can't move anymore. Right? Like, eventually I find a pocket of people and they are looking away from the match and I can't get out. I have been completely fixed in place by enthusiasm and interest for the tab product. And then the bots are coming back, a couple of their different cadres from around the Scrapyard Stadium, and they're looking for more tabs. And it's like they come up right about the time I sell the last tab. And of course, it's got to be a golden one so that we can do the dice again.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
God, here, it should be. It should be the girl from the street.
Yeah.
Right? 4. It's low.
It is good. Again.
Yeah, because the bad one was 7, right?
8s.
Oh, okay.
8s and 7. Oh no, 7 and 10.
It's like a craps type.
Yeah, I got a little scale here.
Love it. So yeah, and I'll just drop that. I'll drop that second golden one on her.
And it opens up beautifully into a stunning atlas.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's like this is like a
massive.
This is like, and we should have it so that they are like individually set to scale.
Yeah.
So you open this one, and Christabel has outdone himself, right?
Yeah.
Like
and this is the new card stock.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the high end, but it's the mathematics and the geometry of this pull that constructs this pop-up atlas right in the middle of it. It's Christmas morning. Like you can have that. I can sell you Christmas morning.
Every day
of the week. And so and all the other kids, like they're looking at it.
Yeah, they're all like encircled around.
Yeah, wistful older gentlemen.
Yeah,
looking down, remembering those carefree days. But yeah, completely out, just completely washed out. The bots who are being like drum fed. It's all good, but they're essentially rearming them like. Like
it's like a feeder, right?
Exactly. Like a partner would reload.
Yeah.
A belt fed weapon, except it's all tabs. And so we've seen it. We've seen it happen. Like the dream of tabs is real.
Yeah, and the initial run of golden tabs has been liquidated.
It's all gone. We've gone through our other ones. My guess is that on the vendor side, my guess is that those did okay. It's a situation where they're going to buy because they don't know, which of these different models of the tab. They don't know, is this a different pull list? Is this a different pull list from the bots or from this guy I've never seen before? Is there a different pull list at concessions? And so they're going up and paying the concession price, but they don't want any food in it.
They just want the tab.
Because they don't know. They're trying to figure out if it's another...
Oh, yeah.
Tab Bay, they're already, their gremlins are already looking at this. They're trying to figure out the ratios. But yeah, they're buying tabs, no food inside. Tab just there to pull off and ready to go. So we'll probably play through the back end of Rashawn's match when we get back, right? Yes, okay, because that was actually turning out pretty good. Yeah. I don't want to.
No, we're not going to.
I don't want to hand wave.
No, that's not going to hand wave.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab my. Now that that's all sold out, I'm going to grab my slate real quick and see if I got any more mails from these psychopaths. Any more contact?
Yes, you do, but there's one that stands out even more, and it's from your Uncle Logan.
Oh, I go to that first. These Tab Bay guys can wait.
And it opens up and says, "We'll be in orbit within 2 weeks. Need help."
Okay, we need like house words. Mm-hmm. Othos 88 has to have a like a response.
Oh, okay.
They have to have their version of Semper Fi.
Right.
Because that's what Stavrin would respond with.
Right.
right? No questions asked.
Right.
Right? Here. Nash cash store credits. No, but let me look over here. If anybody has, because if somebody has a cool idea for these house words, essentially like the credo, the slogan, I want to get it dialed in because I'll spend the chip to do it. But the response from Stavrin should be immediate,
right?
Absolute, total, familial.
And that's it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Let's see. In Australia, they say we didn't come here to fuck spiders.
What?
For some reason.
I mean, there's a lot of spiders in Australia.
I think it's sort of like. Does a bear shit in the woods? Like, we didn't come here to fuck spiders. Anyway, which I think is good.
It's pretty funny. I don't know how they got there. But it's pretty funny.
No, I like it.
Hey, listen, we ain't here come fuck spiders.
That has a nice energy, Rex. I think we're probably close on something like that. Here, let's take a look. I feel like that's a good thing for us to have.
Oh yeah.
God damn it. I wish that I had thought of this, because we should have had it. I wish that I'd thought of this before our battle box came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have been such a cool thing to have on the back. Here we go. Let's see.
That is Barobos?
The Otho Ouroboros. Yeah. There's a couple cool ones. This is going to take me a second. Cash up front.
Okay, he's not wrong. Cranston isn't wrong.
I love that. Yeah, it's like old school from the dad.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like, this is definitely Stavrin, but is it like...
It came from somewhere. It didn't come from his mom. You know what I mean?
Cash for crash, or what about cash for clash?
Yeah.
No, I think blood for all is still taken.
Blood overall.
Blood before all.
Blood for all is amazing, and it is. And I think that it should sort of be like, it's
family related, right? Something family related.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna keep it. I think that's beautiful, but in the email, the truncation is just BBA.
Yeah.
So I just respond to the message with BBA, send it back, and then we will, God, I guess what's gonna happen? Gonna fight a war on two fronts, I guess. That's gonna be rough stuff. I don't know. I'm cranked up. That's awesome.
But you do see another bid for the Roshan golden ticket.
The elite.
Yeah. And it's up. It went up from 10,000 to 15,000.
Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a monopoly. It's going to be a McDonald's monopoly situation where it's all getting controlled at the head end. You got to be very careful with this sort of thing, though.
But and you also get the inside of that letter.
Yeah.
We'll meet in person to pick up.
Oh, okay. So this person is like, they want it so bad that they're willing to hurl every rule, every secret law of Tab Bay aside to come and get it. Or they already know me. That's the other possibility. I think the likelihood is that it's somebody who knows me already. Yeah, I'm going to send another message to Tiamat headquarters.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to them about an incredible that they might have seen some of the buzz out of the scrapyard, but that I have an incredible business opportunity for them with tabs.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can get them coming and going.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. And it's sent. You don't hear anything back right away.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hit it. I wanted to send it before I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit on the. Now that it's all done, and I have no more tabs to sell, and I've already done my email.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna watch the match. I'll just watch the rest of the match.
And you see the timestamp from that one email or email?
Yeah.
One message?
Yeah.
From the anonymous buyer?
Yeah.
Was dated earlier in the day. You get another instant mail that raises the price to $17K.
Yeah. We gotta figure out, are they doing this? Is there a cadre? It isn't about fandom at the investor level, like at the Dr. Leonard Martin level. It's about
price manipulation.
Well, it's about establishing and manipulating the price, which was this guy's first entreaty to me. So I think it must be a completely normal thing. The only difference is that they don't have the direct access to the licensing. God, there must be counterfeit tabs. There must be counterfeit tabs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's very cool. Yeah, don't you write stuff. It's like a psychiatrist. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm just taking careful notes.
Careful notes here.
No, it's awesome. All right, cool.
So you go back to watching the match.
Yes, now I can. I can't sell any more of these, even if I wanted to.
Right.
They're all gone.
Right. And Burnout comes and sits next to you. He's like, hey, man,
nice. What's that?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I mean, I
Shouldn't
was.
you be selling tabs?
I was.
I thought you were doing this whole business thing, man.
No, I was selling tabs, Burnout, but they're all gone. So I can't sell them anymore.
They're all gone.
I know. I would sell them if I had them to sell, but I don't, so I can't.
Why don't you just make more?
I think that I will. I think that's going to be a big part of it. I think that's going to be a big part of things going forward. Mm-hmm. Listen. I know that you're as surprised as I am.
Oh, yeah, beyond surprised.
That something went well. But it did go well. This one time.
Come on, listen, when have things not gone well?
Yeah, I can usually pull out of the skid. And I say, now look at this kid. I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder and we'll look down in the, no, not that kid. No, get out of here. Urchin, be gone, peasant. No. I'm pointing out I say, yeah, I mean, you didn't see the first part, but he went crazy. He shot through this wall. He set up these firing arcs, and the rest of these guys he's with, they're working alongside him like puppets. Like he's in the sky pulling the strings.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the kid's getting good.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I mean, how are you going to keep him? I mean, maybe he gets an offer from another stable. You ever think about that?
Well, I didn't think about it before, but now I'm going to be thinking about it a lot.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Thanks, pal.
This could happen.
It could happen, and maybe it should happen. But I don't think we're there yet. There's going to be a point where we can't do anything more for this kid, and I will have burned through the rest of the trust and fellow feeling. But that day is not this day. I think this story isn't over yet, and I think we're still a part of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And you slowly start to see all of the mech jocks lining up.
Oh, from the cabin?
From the cabin. They've made their way to the field.
Out onto the field?
Well, no, to the stands.
Okay.
And they are all
I was like, don't go out there.
Going to the edge. it's the entire cabin.
Yeah, it's like some kind of ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is their guys. Like, the spotlight is on. Well, the spotlight is on this town. Mm-hmm. It's on this town, and it's the weird little martial culture that it's developed.
Right.
Right? And now it's being projected. It's going to be projected all throughout the inner sphere with these dumb tabs. Like all their little local heroes are about to become people that a kid, light years away is into.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. And it's everyone. And then Chester Boggs comes up and sits next to you in Burnout.
Chamber Boggs.
I keep saying Chester. I don't know why.
Well, no, you're thinking about Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure
Happy Gilmore too.
you're still sad. It could be.
Yeah. Oh.
You're thinking a lot about Lincoln Park right now.
Yeah. In the end.
It doesn't really matter.
Well, listen, the kid's doing good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look at this. I never thought these guys would show up for the kid.
It's like, well, yeah, they're showing up for, they're showing up for theirs out here too. This is 5 fingers in a glove here. This is I brought some from off world, but most of this team is.
Listen, I knew this kid was going to be big, but
OGs.
Man, I didn't know it was going to be this big.
Well, hey,
if this is the start of it.
We'll say, well, how are we going to keep in touch?
What do you mean, how are we going to keep in touch? I'm riding this train to the top.
Oh, yeah. I said, but what about
Listen, I've been waiting for years for
this
to
kid
get
to come
Roshan to come back.
But I said, but what about? I mean, are they going to retire your booth at the cabin? Like,
come on, let's not kid ourselves. That is my booth. Nobody touches that thing.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, I bet we can put you up if needs be. I bet you know a bunch of interesting people to
I'll
new
be
place.
Fine. We just got to talk some contracts. We got to talk deals. Listen, I can put him in the right spots, but we got to get him talking better. We can't just put the freaking helmet on him and explain.
Well, it's a very cool helmet. I mean, it was very expensive too. I should let you know. It's a collector's item.
That's great.
Yeah, I had to try.
But people are going to want to see the kid's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely. A clone, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't know. I mean,
you know how these things work.
Oh, no.
Listen, we got to get him on interviews. We got to get him talking smack about other mech jocks. I mean, there's a whole process to this.
It's got to be, it has to be end to end.
Yeah.
And I say, I point out at the dire wolf, and I say, just that's our secret weapon right there.
What?
Well, Ball and the kid they're simpatico.
Yeah, but he's never made it. This is the first time he's ever been off Chagos.
I'm saying that it's sort of like Ball's sort of like his good luck charm. Believe it or not, that Yeti, that gorilla man, that's believe it or not, that's like his teddy bear. He'll do anything as long as Ball's around, and as long as Ball's part of it. Mm. I mean, listen, nobody knows Ball like this kid does. That's what I'm saying.
I guess we can pump him too. Maybe use him as the front man. I don't know. There's ways. Right?
Listen,
he's got a mouth on him.
He does. Well, listen, there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. Euphemistically.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah. Just the idea of a cat. No cats were harmed in the prosecution of this metaphor. But yeah, I say, listen, you sort of gave us a leg up out here, and
listen, I'm not going to say you're not going to have to pay me back someday, but we're going to make this work.
I say, listen, I would.
You still got Tiamat breathing down your back.
I mean, that's true. But I think I might have a interesting solution for that.
Okay, that sounds ominous, but sure.
But and look, this is all I'm saying. I would start. I would start this biography soon. I would just start capturing little anecdotes. I'd start putting something together so that when we get to the end of this road, you've got the definitive historical version.
I like it.
I'm just saying it's a good idea.
Question is, do I have the rights for everything? Do I have the rights to talk about the Calypso? What goes on in the Calypso? Who's in the Calypso? What they've done to help the kid?
I've got some questions about who's in the Calypso, honestly.
What?
You and I are both curious about that. I don't know. I think that Burnout. I think that Burnout has like a. I think that he has a paramour.
Oh, you don't say. You see him writing down on his little.
Well, no. Hey, whoa. I mean, when I say start writing now.
You said, listen, I'm just going at it.
He's very cagey about it. I might have been able to figure out who it was, but I didn't want to crawl around in the ducts.
The what?
It was a whole thing. There was a duct. Don't worry about it. You let me worry about who's in the ducts. All right. But no, I think by the time we get to by the time this wraps up, this is going to be a definitive.
So you want definitive,
incredible art.
no holds barred book about Roshan Cole and his life on the Calypso.
Right. Yes.
Full access.
Full access. I want it to be the real. I want it to be the real deal.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's going to be embedded. For lack of a better term, I'd like to have you embedded with the Remnant.
I'm willing to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we'll make the dollars make sense.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Listen, as long as we agree on that, there's a relationship between dollars and cents that still eludes me a little.
Yeah, you're going down.
Yeah. God, you're right. That's less, isn't it? Well. Listen, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
So
I feel confident.
Are you paying me or am I paying you?
It's a little bit of both.
What?
And I think that you're no. Obviously, when we come to the matter of royalties, let's get this done. Let's see if we can actually work together this closely. Let's see if this is something we can actually do together. Mm-hmm. It's going to be varying levels of challenge for the varying people in my organization to have, for lack of a better term, muckraker, raking muck, in the ship. But it needs to be done. But yeah, we're gonna cook up a back end where everybody's happy.
Yeah, done.
Exactly.
Fine.
Yeah.
Easy.
Exactly.
But I want this sooner rather than later. I don't want to get to the end of this book and find out we don't have a good deal.
Oh, no, I'm saying here, listen. There are some diet programs that recommend that you give it a week.
Done.
I want you there for a full week.
Okay.
Every meeting, every interaction. Let's see if this is something that we can do. Let's see if this is something we can survive.
Listen, I'm going to be fine. You're just going to?
No, I'll shake on it. But I mean, I'm basically talking about like a week. Let's test this out.
Yeah.
Especially in the high stress move between here and the next rung of the ladder.
Right.
If we can handle the social part of this can be managed or worked through. But my main thing is I basically have to protect Roshan. That's going to be my biggest part of the job is just preserving his energy.
And listen, don't be afraid. If you need some help on things, I can grease some wheels.
Oh no, I'm your capacity for wheel greasing. We've seen it.
I'm not saying those wheels aren't going to be greased in the said book as well.
Well, yeah.
So you better,
No, I think that we're on the same page here, which is a literary reference. So think about that. That's who you're working with. Someone with an endless supply
a real genius.
of metaphors. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I considered writing myself once.
Is there a way I can get a tab of myself?
Well, I mean, you're going to twist my arm. Don't really twist it.
The first ever tab reporter, or reporter for these games.
No. Look,
First one.
Listen, hey.
It's an expansion.
I mean, listen.
You got engineers now.
I mean, you're not asking for a golden tab, right? I don't want a situation where you scare a kid. Kid opens it up. Here's Chamber Boggs jumping out.
What could be better?
Just trust me. I think
Chamber Boggs.
I think we're going to stick with mechs for those. Yeah, also, a situation where it opens up and then Chamber Boggs is there and his arms fall off. I mean, I'm not going to say it's never. I'm not going to say it's never happened.
Yeah.
But no, I say for me, it's like that's of a piece with how I'm trying to expand the offering. So yes, I think we can, Mr. Boggs. I think that we can work out a likeness rights.
I'm fine with this.
Contract.
Okay, fine with this. I think we're good.
Right. And they're continuing to destroy each other while we have this conversation.
Yeah. You just see salvos getting launched, streaks shooting throughout the air,
So
and you are just calmly having this negotiation tactics.
The cabin or the mech warriors from the cabin, are they like watching quietly, or are they like?
No, they are arms folded.
It's a full assessment. Little whispers.
Yeah.
To the side.
Yeah. And they are shoulder to shoulder. And there is no space gaps in between, and they are lining the edge of the.
It's like I could move up a couple runs just to see the.
See the
just
field.
to see the fight. Yeah, kick ass, dude.
Yeah, and they are fully assessing what's going on at this point.
That brings me joy. So we gotta wait for Kiko to come back to see how it goes. But that's pretty cool. I hung out with Fiona. I crossed a bunch of T's today. Touched base with a treasured clients, obviously. And a lot of our business is repeat business. It's word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you now have Logan, who's on his way over.
Yeah, a couple weeks. He's in trouble. Oh, man. All right. Well,
and someone keeps bidding you up on these tabs.
Yeah, now they want to meet in person. Now it's weird. Now they're getting too weird about it. But yeah, we'll investigate. We'll see how it goes.
Agreed.
Yeah. So no live game at this PAX. But obviously, if you see either of us at the show and you would like to talk about Big Stompy Robots, please,
more than happy.
Please do not be a stranger. If you'd like to show us pictures of the Black Remnant Force Pack that you secured, or any other robot, or if you would like to discuss any other topic of any kind with us, of course, we would love to see it. That would be amazing stuff. And it's coming up soon. It starts on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't have tickets, there's still some available. But other than that, we'll wrap up here, I think, for this episode. And see you in a couple days. And then
not next week, but the week after.
Ordinarily, we would see you next Tuesday. Yeah. But my guess is that having come back from the Boston flight on Monday, there's going to be some light exhaustion while I recuperate. But until we see you next time, it's a pleasure.